Good morning, everybody. This is Gagan Sarkaria, your high achievement business coach, right here on Inspired Insights, kind of a surprise session today. Today is the first day of the dog month, and we all decided to do an overview of the month energy and kind of help our audience to learn how can you plan your month, your life, your business, and create manifestation kind of from a monthly perspective. In our Telegram channel and on our social media platforms, we have been going around and sharing daily manifestation power hours. And William does a great job sharing those from Qi Men perspective. And also Armin shares it from Badza, date selection, also from karmic numerology perspective. We are taking a little bit of a different approach today and looking at a little bigger picture, the whole month, and why did we choose to go over the dog month, which is starting today. And we're going to share a little bit of secrets, but I'm going to cue in my deck and walk you over what is there on QiMen's month chart. And for those who've been following us will know that there are multiple ways of looking at the energies, create manifestations, and align your actions based upon tapping into the right moment. So, with further ado, I want to introduce myself for those who don't know me. And what we are doing here is October 2024 energy forecast using the Chinese metaphysics modality called Qi Men Dun Jia. I am Gagan Sarkaria, and I run a consulting group here called Gagan Sarkaria International Consulting Group. We assist determined entrepreneurs achieve remarkable success. My team and I are here to create remarkable success and breakthroughs for you, no matter what areas of life you come from. If you don't know what your problem is, you will not be able to find the solution. And we are very root cause solution providing kind of a consulting group. We have diverse experience. I am a high achievement business coach. I'm a university professor turned business owner turned investor and certified in Chinese metaphysics. I live in Texas and I'm owner of the International Consulting Group here. Today, I have one of my consultants with me joining, William Chua from Singapore. Hi, William. How are you?
Hi, Gagan.
Thank you for joining me today. And I know the rest of the group is busy doing their own stuff and solving problems. So thank you for joining at this late hour. It's late in Singapore, so I appreciate it. My passion here with Chinese metaphysics is basically layering different modalities for and including modern business strategies. Back in the days, a lot of people, and I think there was a book called One Thing, maybe 15 years ago, do not remember the author. There was this book. When I was director of faculty development at the Art Institute, I was going through some professional development training programs for the faculty and discovered a book called One Thing. And I always internally struggled with it when people said, oh, focus on only one thing, do only one thing. If you want to do an astrology reading, only pick one modality. It kind of was as if I was not being authentic with myself. So I love to layer different modalities. Why? Because there's no right or wrong way of doing things. It's about getting to the solution that serves the audience. So with that, Chinese metaphysics has allowed me to journey my own career from being a full-time employee to being an entrepreneur to being a business owner and also being an investor, all thanks to Chinese metaphysics and having great mentors in life. So over the years, I've built multiple successful brands and leveraging my background in higher education and corporate management consulting group. So I'm going to share what what William is going to be talking here. So William has a few slides to go over. So I'm going to pass it on back to William because he is also very passionate about Qi Men Dun Jia. Now, let me tell you one thing. We all are certified in multiple modalities and we do layer multiple modalities. But between, like, let's say if we've got 5 or 6 tools in our toolbox, we always have a little bit of a higher affinity or a little bit of more passion towards one modality. I love Ziva Dao Shu, and I layered Qi Men Dun Jia with it and Feng Shui. And William does amazing Bazi, but he also loves Qi Men and does a great job. So, William, this is back to you, and then we'll go over the forecast for 2024 October month. Thank you.
Thank you, Gagan. Okay, right. As what Gagan has mentioned, I have the certification on for the diploma in Bazi, but I'm really in tune to get with this Qi Men Dun Jia, which I find this is some very amazing learning journey during this period of time on this Qi Men Dun Jia. I just feel that I'm just hooked on it to this Qi Men Dun Jia somehow. Okay. Right, without further ado, let me continue my slides. Okay, so today our topic is about October energy forecasting using Qi Men Dun Jia. So, I believe on the previous session on the last Friday, this our colleague Arman, consultant Arman, mentioned about we are entering into the dog month. Okay, and today is officially the day 1 of the dog month. So, what does it mean by entering the dog month, and what is the impact you in terms of the Qi Men Dun Jia? Okay, so he did mention that this dog month is from this period of time, which is from 8 October to 6 or 7 October plus minus. Okay, because there's a energy change on the day. It's between 6 or 7. So during this dog month, we have a different kind of chart. We have a year chart. I think in the last few sessions we talk about Qi Men Dun Jia have many different type of charts. We have year chart, we have month chart, we have day chart, or we have hour chart, we have a forecasting chart, and then we have a feng shui chart, we have destiny chart, and so these are so different type of chart. But today our focus is on the month chart. So apparently, you look at this month chart that you can see from the screen. It's a full yin chart. Okay, this is a technical term about full. It means that everything go back to the home base. It means all the stars, doors, okay, and stems go back to the home base. So we call it yin. But however, the deity, there's no yin. There won't be any yin for deity. So this is a full yin chart. What does it mean by full yin chart? We will explain along the way later. Right. So this is a segment I always keep on repeating and showing that Qi Men Dun Jia cover the eight type of segment system. Right. So today we are covering is on the destiny, how this month chart going to affecting our destiny, and what can we do in the month of October, which is quite turbulent, maybe clashing, so that we can actually stay calm and excel in the month of October. Right. So this is the same thing about full yin chart for the October month. You need to plot your destiny chart. For those who have attended this period 9 masterclass, you should have the destiny chart. If you do not have, please scan the QR code to obtain your destiny chart, because you need this destiny chart to overlay into this month chart to see how does it impact you, because we need to find where is your destiny palace, which is very important. So this is your destiny chart sample. So you can see that there's this red color coding. This is called destiny. That means for this person, the destiny is in the south. So south is the destiny palace. So again, if we go overlay the month chart with this destiny for this particular person, as I said, we have to look into the south palace of the month chart. That what are the components usually affecting this person's destiny chart, and how can he make use of this energy to excel or something else. So we also mentioned that this Qi Men Dun Jia have 4 realms. So the 4 realms are universe, heaven, earth, and man. So universe represent the deities, represented by the deities, is about the space, or the universe space. Stars is the heaven. It's talking about the time, the opportunities. And the doors is about the event, the actions. And the stems is about the matters or the people, right? So with all these four overlay into the month chart, you will see the impact of all these components to the particular energy. And I will let Gagan to take over from here to explain all these components.
Yes,
Gagan.
thank you. Thank you, William. I appreciate it. I love Qi Men like you do. We all do, like all of us in the group. We love Qi Men. Why? Because, if you look at Ziva Dao Shu or you look at Bazi from a destiny chart perspective, it is kind of your standard operating manual. You can find out your strengths and weaknesses. You can find out so many different areas of your life to kind of see what is your potentiality. But if you don't take action and you don't utilize your talents, you don't take the right steps when the timing is right, then you will not be able to create or achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So Qi Men is amazing, where you can look into these energies, these four realms, and you can tap into the energy and you can find the right time to take the right action. So what I want to do is, like you have shared, the whole month's Qi Men chart, I'm going to break it down and I'm going to take it step by step from the 8 boxes perspective. Why 8 boxes? Well, you might ask that there were 9 boxes. Well, the 8 boxes are the 8 cardinal directions: the north, south, east, west, the southeast, southwest, the northwest, and the northeast. And since we are starting October, October is a dog month. Dog month is in the northwest corner of the chart. So we are going to start with northwest. So if you have plotted your Qi Men destiny chart and your destiny palace is in the northwest, you need to take notes and you need to figure out how can you tap into the energies, how can you manifest. So if you take a deeper look in this box, you've got chief right here, you've got the heavenly heart, you've got the G stems, top and the bottom, you've got open door, and we are looking at the northwest corner. So we talk about Qi Men and manifestation so that you can have your back towards a certain sector and you can manifest during those hours. So if your destiny palace is in the northwest this month, I would highly recommend that you keep an eagle eye and you need to take charge. There could be a possibility or opportunities of emotional healing, or you trying to step into leadership role. And sometimes leadership role doesn't mean that you get promoted in an organization or you become a director or something. Leadership also can be insight, taking charge of your own emotional well-being and the baggage that we carry, that we kind of keep sweeping under the carpet. It's time for you to dig deep and figure out what is the real situation happening here. From an action standpoint, this is an opportunity for you to create new projects, new leadership, a new you. Now, you cannot move forward if there is a lot of issues internally, okay? So a full yin chart is also basically looking at the lens to create strategic execution and Qi Men manifestation that is a pure energy form. And with Chief and the onward door, I know William wants to share a little bit more about it, but I think the message here is you need to lessen your burden, your emotional burden. It's time to address the challenges you've been avoiding. Since it is a dog month and we are in the 2024 dragon year, it is going to be kind of a clashing aspect, right? Clashing aspect means that it could be a lot of shakeups or power games, emotional explosions, overspills, things not working, what you think didn't work. But it is also within this chaos, you can find opportunities to create success and breakthroughs that you were not able to up until now. But you have to dig deep and get transformed, find root cause solutions, harness the power of Qi Men Destiny Palace by allowing it to overlay into this energy. I love Chief. I love working with Open Door, but you have to move forward by cleaning up what you have inside. Okay. So, William, you wanted to talk about the envoy door. I know that here.
Yes, yes. Okay. Because you see, I like to see envoy door. Yeah. Especially this is the full in chart. Just like I did
Yeah.
mention, full in chart, full in chart. So what do we mean by full in chart? And you know that this month, October month, which is a dog, and it clashes with the dragon year. So it's a
Correct.
clash from month to the year. So when
Yes.
there's a clash, means that this month we will see a lot of um, turbulence or something going to happen badly. So when the full in chart came in, full in chart means status quo. That's to say that if nothing, if you do nothing, everything will be status quo. So that means to say that the turbulence will be going on and on in the month of October. But one good thing about this sector of this northwest, actually northwest also represent is always with this Jia. So if you attended the P9 master class, we're talking about Jia. Jia is so whenever you see the chief, you see a Jia. So it's the there, but we can't see. You see the name of Qi Men Jia. The Jia is hiding, so we can't see the Jia. So the Jia and Jia represent king, represent leader as well. So, and especially when there's envoy door coming together with Jia, you know,
I think apologies here. William's internet is probably not stable, so it was causing some static and we just lost him. I'm sure he will be back, but I know what he wanted to say. Oh, okay, right here. What William was trying to say is it's interesting that we have chief in Northwest because whenever we have chief, we always have the Jia stem with chief, which is amazing to understand because it is hiding, right? So Jia always is connected with the chief deity, and with the envoy door, it creates a special formation. So it is an important aspect to, if you have your destiny palace on your QiMen destiny chart in the Northwest, it's about you trying to dig into your own aspect of figuring out what challenges you have emotional and step into your power of leadership here. Okay. So it's important to consider that. So with further, I'm going to take you to the next slide and we are talking about the next palace. So on your QiMen chart, if we start from Northwest, I'm going to walk you through clockwise. So we will go to North and then Northeast and so on and so forth. So the next slide here that I'm talking about is the North sector. If your destiny palace is in the North, the way you can use manifestation aspect is by backing towards North sector because you've got 9 heavens. So what does this mean? If 9 heavens, let's say, is not your guardian of destiny, and this time for the month of October, you have 9 heavens. So think about an amazing power visiting your home. You open the door and this powerhouse comes in, and every sector has a deity on it, right? And they may not be your destiny, guardian of destiny. So now in this month, the way we do the forecasting and strategic execution based upon your destiny chart is by layering the two and tapping into the power of 2 deities. Okay. And I'll give you an example. Let's say your guardian of destiny was chief in the North. Okay. But in the North right here, this month of October, we have 9 heavens. So now you can manifest with chief and 9 heavens as an example. That's what layering would mean. So with 9 heavens, you can manifest with your back towards the North. And what does it really mean? In this month, in this sector, smooth period is ahead. That's the forecast of the month. So if you want to either tap towards the North direction, no matter where you sit, you can always have your back towards North and you can manifest using 9 heavens. Nine heavens likes visualization. So you have to visualize your success. You have to visualize that contract coming in. You have to visualize that promotion. You have to visualize good health. Okay. Whatever your goals are for the month, you have to do that by visualization. And you need to strengthen and fortify your security. Security could be your online security. Security could be your financial security. Security could be your health and wellness security. And you need to strengthen your team. Find your supporters. Your supporters can be your actual team of employees, or your collaborators, or your vendors, or your clients. You have to find your fans who can actually support you. You can do great things through the wisdom and leadership. If you are younger in age and don't have life experience, you can always tap into the experience of the elderly, or your mentors, or your coaches, or anybody that inspires you. It is important to focus on the activities that are tapped into the wisdom of the energy that you want to create. Don't make hasty decisions. William is back. Hi, William.
My apology.
It's okay.
My
No
my
worries.
computer hanged.
Yeah, I was telling the audience that you were earlier having a little bit of a weaker internet connection, so probably
Exactly.
that's what happened. So I moved on to the north sector right here, and I'm going to continue, and then we'll come back to the sharing again, because for this sector in the north, for the month of October, we've got great formations again, and we've got auspicious stems, harmonious family relations, or any kind of a relation for that matter. It doesn't have to be actual family. It could be extended family, or family that you consider as your friends. You can engage in teamwork, facilitate good interactions. That's the possibility here. Now, if you don't do anything and you are just binge watching your shows and not tapping into the energy, you will not be able to create results. The forecast basically allows you the opportunities and the possibilities so that you can align those to your goals. If you attended our Period 9 masterclass, I talked about SWOT analysis. SWOT, strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Basically, this is like a SWOT analysis. You're looking at what kind of strength energies are in each sector. What are the weaknesses or cautious aspects you need to be mindful of? What are the opportunities that are in front of you if you want to take action? And what are the threats, meaning where you need to ebb and where you need to flow? Sometimes in the middle of clashes, there's going to be change. And if you're not ready for the change, it can be a painful change. But if you are ready for that change, like we are giving you this overview analysis of the month of October, if you are ready for that change can be growth focused. So the message for the North is exposure to danger brings good fortune to those who move beyond it. So if you can find your calm and courage inside the clashes and the chaos, and you want to control everything, but you can't because it's outside your control, find your manifestation, find your calm, bring in your ability to create that peace for yourself, but focus on your research. Gather information so that you can take the right steps. Don't rush into things. So it's important for you to keep that in mind if your Destiny Palace is in North. Next, moving on, if your Destiny Palace is in the Northeast, for the month of October 2024, the miracles can be created using 9 Earth deity. So you can back towards 9 Northeast to tap into the power of 9 Earth. And if you don't know what exactly the power of 9 Earth is, I highly recommend the Period 9 class. William did a great job in explaining the QiMen section. So the opportunities here with the Heavenly Ambassador is life or forward moving motion. Don't be stagnant. Don't complain all the time. It's important for you to have a forward thinking mindset and create your economic growth. build your empire with grace and ease. But how will you do that? If you have to take the action, you have to take the right action. So if you're backing towards northeast and your manifestation activities are there, or you can actually move to the northeast sector of your office or your home and then do your wealth creating, prosperity and abundance creating activities. It could be making sales calls. It could be planning strategically to create what class or what product or whatever you want to offer. It is important to tap into those directions. The next I want to talk about is in the northeast sector again. There is a possibility that you could be either embarking on a trip, short trip, or a long trip, doesn't matter, or you might end up planning for a trip. So focus on something fundamental. Strengthening your foundations is very important, because if you want to grow your business or create a side gig, if you are in a career or in a job aspect, you have to have the solid foundations. New roles can only be successful if you have the skill set, the talents, and the mindset to go after those. So it's important to create a balance. Learn the concept of Wu Wei. It's a Chinese concept, and I love it because it's like learning how to and when to ebb and when to flow. So being still, bringing meditation and calm into your daily go-getter activities is very important. Rushing can be risky, so breathe and assess the situation. It's very important for you to take note of that if you have your Destiny Palace in the
Gagan,
Northeast.
may I add to the previous
Yes,
slides
yes,
to the
absolutely.
northeast?
Yes.
Okay, for this northeast, we are following our Telegram. We are talking about the healing. So this healing is you. I'm using this nine earth as a so-called the focus point for healing. So that's why when you see nine earth in this northeast, that means it's also a good sector to back for the healing. And then you see there's a life door. Life door is talking about life force. And this wood is talking about medicine. So in fact, this box is also very good for healing. Yeah. So you can back to this box to do manifestation for healing or whatsoever. So on top of doing for the wealth.
Yeah, and I think it is also good to note here that if people are focusing on their health, physical health also, if any member of the family, you could have their back towards northeast, or they can actually go rest in that sector of the house too and take medication. That will also power. It's like tapping into those energies a little bit more, but based upon your individual case scenario, and also what do you really want to accomplish and achieve in this month. So moving on to the east sector, we've got if your Destiny Palace is in the east sector, we've got Black Tortoise here, we've got this Destructor Star, we've got Harm Door, and we've got, of course, the Fuyin stem again, which we have Ren and Ren on top and bottom. So the forecast is that if there could be messy issues, sticky situations, you might feel overwhelmed, and it's all mental. Okay, so remember, QiMen has to do with your subconscious, and it is your personal lens through which you view the situations. So if you don't like the lens, you might want to take off the glasses. Right? But if you really want to be strong and courageous, you need to accept what is the universe telling you? What is the universe guiding you? If this is a sticky situation, you might have the opportunity to solve it through unconventional wisdom or approaches. You need to face the battle head on. Otherwise, it is a very sticky situation. If you are in a sticky situation, this might be the opportunity to go for it and kind of say, okay, bring it on. I want to face it and I want to solve the problem. Because if you don't have the desire to solve the problem, you will not be able to find the solutions. So from an action standpoint, this is a good sector to collect your debt. If people owe you money, it's good time or a sector to do your processing of your payments. If you're a business owner, sending invoices, I would highly recommend avoid litigation cases unless you are 100% sure that you're going to go after it and you are in for a long run. Otherwise, avoid that situation this month. It's not a good period to do that. Now, another energy perspective is that, the thunder hexagram gives you a little bit of another layer of information here. So, when you see this hexagram, the message is that there is a shock. There is a shock that is coming or is really there. So what happens, when you have a close encounter with loss or an unexpected event happens, it could be a very dangerous situation. Like, for example, you barely got saved or avoided an accident, or there was a violent confrontation. When I was 17 years old back in India, I had a very close encounter with life and death situation. It was not the good times, but I avoided that. The heavenly divine forces were probably protecting me. I don't want to use like a bad guy pulled the trigger. I had a very close encounter to death. I really felt what it was. So that actually gives you a little bit of a sharp uh, consciousness and awareness of the situations when you have touched life and death scenario at that close aspect. So what is happening here is that there is this message that there's a critical factor that you need to open up your door to fear, and rather running away from it, you need to use that power, that force, to transform it to taking the right action. Because if you focus on anxiety, overwhelm, procrastination, you will not be able to create the laser sharp focus that you need to create. Any kind of loss or danger or shock can have and has a positive side to it also. So you need to have the courage to accept the truth that you probably are not willing to face. It's all a mind game here, right? So what's the antidote to fear or procrastination or danger? Well, you become brave, you become bold, you have the voice to speak. So you have the courage to face your truth. It's important. So if you have your destiny palace in the east, these are my recommendations, that there could be a possibility of removing of the titles. So if you can let go of the title and you are tuning in and are becoming more observing of your surroundings as to what is happening in your environment, whether it's your home or office, business, health, relationships, finances, it's important for you to be sensing those troubles so that you can create and find out where the fear is and then take action accordingly. So the next one is moving forward in the southeast sector for the month of October 2024. The miracles can be happening using white tiger, which is an aggressive deity, but it's a very powerful deity. If you need more energy because you've got more tasks to do to meet your timeline or deadlines, this is a good one to tap into. You can manifest the energy of white tiger by having your back towards southeast sector, or going and working in the southeast direction sector of your home or office, and focusing on the activities that are aligned to this sector. So you can focus on arts and culture or academia related environment or opportunities. You can focus on business expansion, networking, career development. But it also means that with the delusion door comes that you are focusing on keeping things under the cover or secret, or you yourself are trying to hide, or you don't want to socialize. So there is this contradiction here. The opportunity is get out and do a career development aspect, go do business expansion, go do networking, but you're also trying to hide. Well, how do you use the power of the delusion door is that if you're focused on creating something related to academia, teaching, studying, arts or culture, or even business expansion, doing strategic execution, you can actually create this space where nobody can bother you because people won't see you. you know So you can use delusion door to your advantage. and you can focus on studying a new skill or creating your own financial goals. But emotional issues can be there, because if you are going to hide and you don't socialize, you don't talk, you don't converse, you don't mingle with people, what is going to happen? Emotional issues, right? If you keep it to yourself, you won't have an outlet. So that's something to be mindful of.
Gagan,
Yes.
let's share with you. Since you say it's about hiding, so am I
Yes.
right to say that if we want to hide against something, especially maybe the boss going to give a very tough job to me, I want to hide away. Is it possible?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. If you don't want extra responsibility and you know that there's a big project coming ahead and you might be picked for it and you don't want it, go use Southeast sector and your boss will not find you. Yes, it's important. Yes, you can use delusion door for that too. I actually also have done some feng shui consultations where the delusion door actually sits on the property's main door. And if I go and talk to the family members that, hey, do you have guests coming over? Do you socialize? No, don't. Nobody comes into the house because there's a delusion door, and they actually like their peace and calm, and they don't like crowds. So
Oh,
for some families, it works really well. The only people coming in and out is the family members. So delusion door can do that also. But this month in October, William, we have to have clear communication. If you hide or keep things inside and not show up, eventually the message perceived will not be the right
yeah.
message. So it's I have a saying, I believe in this so wholeheartedly, that image and perception are the only two things that create value. And without an image, there is no perception. So if you don't show up, how is somebody going to know that you exist? And especially in period 9, where your currency is your presence, your digital presence, how will people find you? So it's very important to align not only your destiny chart to period 9 for the 20-year success, but also to your annual, to your luck pillars, to your 10-year cycles, and your monthly cycles. So this is strategically navigating your situations. So you have to exercise patience if you are going to use Southeast sector. Now, if you don't want to use it, that's totally fine. But that's the energy right here. There's a gentle influence at work, a quiet, relaxed effectiveness is in action. So you have to persist with your plan slowly, right? The tortoise and the hare story, the slow and steady wins the race. So you can have clear plan, use the delusion door. You can have clear defined goals, use the delusion door, and then use the power of tiger, but don't be aggressive. You have to be patient. You have to tame the tigress inside you. That's what I say sometimes with tiger. And you also, if people noticed it, the October month chart is a Fuyin chart, but it's a yin chart. So there are yang charts and yin charts. So in the yin chart, we have tiger and we have black tortoise. Whereas in the yang charts, we don't have these two deities. So if you are ending the cycle of your business and the business is slowing down, or your energy is lower, white tiger is a good one to tap into. So moving next, we are going to talk about South sector. If your destiny palace is in the South sector, what do? Well, you can create miraculous transformations, and using six harmony, you can plan for healthy partnerships, collaborations this month in this sector. It's a great powerhouse energy in here. I love six harmony, and I love South sector, and I love scenery door. I have a branding and a digital marketing agency, so I do build brands and businesses using destiny charts of peoples and businesses. So I tap into six harmony and scenery door very often. So I love to see this great energy here. So the opportunities is for you to shine brightly, boldly, and courageously. So if you want to expand your business, you can expect all other things to go good. Anything can be accomplished, but if you don't have the right foundations, if you don't know what you want to accomplish, if you haven't done your SWOT analysis, it's going to be hard to tap into that energy. So don't get bogged down with the nitty-gritty stuff, but you need to manage your money better. It's very important because heavenly hero doesn't like the details. Heavenly hero doesn't want to be very strategic and do the analysis, dot the I's and cross the T's. No, Heavenly hero wants to just boldly jump into, bravely want to win the war and create success. And sometimes things fall and seep into you. You don't want to do that. So make sure that you are planning and strategizing. If that is not your strength, reach out for noblemen, reach out for collaboration, reach out for somebody who has that wisdom and knowledge and experience so that they can pass that on to you. Reputation building is very important. And if that is what you want to do, you want to build your brand and trust, tap into the South sector. It's got really good energies. William, do you have anything to add to the South sector?
Yes, in fact, you see, South sectors belongs to fire. And you can
Yes.
see that hero, the scenery door, both are fire element. And being fire, also fire element. So the fire is so strong. It's just like if you're doing for social media, you are doing for those image, it will spread like the wildfire very fast.
Yes, exactly. And, because it's a month energy, uh, it is for a long term, meaning that you could actually do all your branding, marketing, business building, trust building aspects in the South sector, or you're back facing the South. And if you have your Destiny Palace in South, you've got an added layer to it. Now, what happens if you don't have your Destiny Palace in the South sector? Can you not use it, William?
You
Oh,
you need a little bit extra effort.
yes,
But if
extra
you put
effort.
into your wealth palace, because there's a wealth palace as well, then it's
Oh, we lost William again. Okay, so this is what is the energy of the dogma. Clashes and issues with technology too. But what William was saying is that if your Destiny Palace is not in the South, you can still tap into the power of the South sector for the month of October 2024 by either sitting in the South Palace or backing towards South, but it will be extra effort. So what's wrong with putting in some extra effort? It's to your benefit, right? So I would also, the second thing he was saying is that if your wealth palace is in the South sector, you've got added advantage in here. Fire is a symbol of liberation. So if you go through detachment, you can gain inner freedom as well. So it's about perseverance, it's about your energy, it's about your brand building. Learning the detachment aspect will also indicate your future success because now you can really experience true freedom. So moving on next, if your Destiny Palace is in the Southwest sector, you can create miraculous transformations and manifestations with your back towards Southwest and tapping into the deity called the Great Moon. And the Great Moon is associated and is the deity of wisdom, knowledge, and secrets. There is the aspect of hidden talent can be surfaced, or you can actually tap into your hidden talent that you probably didn't know even existed. So it's an opportunity for you to use that energy. Some passive activities are the opportunities. You need to focus on ethics and virtues, socializing and networking, maybe focus on education, research, academic pursuits because of the moon deity in there. But you also need to be aware of the death door. Now, death door doesn't mean death. Death door basically means that something is ready to end. In order for you to bring in the new energy into your life, into your business, into your health, you have to let go of something. So if South sector was about detachment, learning detachment, this one is like letting go, like literally let go. Let the universe help you in letting go. Create the ending that will bring the energy of the new beginnings. So the stagnant energies have to end. You need to pay your regards to your ancestors. If you have elderly people in the house, that would be a good one to serve them. Spiritual and metaphysical activities are also good energies in this sector for the month of October. From people matters, retreat and regroup, meaning you need to really stop taking the action and going forward. You need to like step backwards and take a bird's eye view, take note of what is happening. You need to foster your diligence and have patience. External authorities are watching you closely. Every step that you're going to take this month, if your destiny palace is in the southwest, you need to be extra vigilant because people are watching you. Now, that doesn't mean that you're in trouble, okay? You could be if you do unethical things, if you are trying to do things under the radar or under the table, yeah, that's going to be an issue because we've got the yang metal stem here sitting in this box as well. So all eyes are on you. So make sure that you are taking care of your integrity and managing your trust, and your actions are in alignment with your values and the expectations of others. Now, great receptivity attracts great gifts and blessings. That's what I truly believe in. Welcome back, William.
My apology again. No, today is a danger day. 8th of October.
Yeah,
And whenever there's a change in energy, especially changing month energy, it's usually is unstable. So
yeah,
that's the effect of danger day plus changing energy from one month to the other month. And we
yeah.
have all these computer issues.
Yes, and also, if you really look at it, it's the dog month clashing with the year, right? So,
Yeah,
so there are
exactly.
layers and layers of stuff. I remember one of our sessions a few weeks ago when all seven of us wanted to be on the call. We had so many computer issues that day. You remember? And then we had to go look at the hour we started, and it was not a good hour, so we had to log out and do it again. Okay,
Yes.
moving forward, Southwest sector, the energies we were talking about here was uh, exercise the power of feminine principle. What does that really mean, and why did I bring that up? Well, Southwest sector is the Kungwa, associated with mother, associated with the feminine energy, associated with the inside ability of your compassionate aspect. So the message here is that you need to exercise or have that nurturing aspect. Nurturing aspect is irrespective of your gender. Just because you're a guy doesn't mean you cannot be nurturing or compassionate, and just because you're a female doesn't mean that you don't have compassion or don't have to show compassion. What I'm talking about here is the energies to tap into for the month of October. You need to receive, you need to be willing to receive what you're attracting. So you need to be very careful. Where does your focus go? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on good things? Or are you focusing on the negative things? Are you complaining or you are grateful? Are you arrogant or you are humble? Because this month, for this sector, whatever you put out, you're going to get back. So if you put out the good energies, you will be receiving the good energies. And then if you have difficulties or a bend in your road, meaning that you wanted to go in one direction and that was a roadblock, doesn't mean that that's the end of your journey. So you need to make a right turn or a left turn, or just hop over the hurdle, and you'll be fine. But that patience is very important. So don't take steps that are going to be rash. You need to open yourself up and be patient and take your time. Draw your strength from Mother Earth. And if you look at your own mother, how patient she has been or she was while raising you up. And if you look at the gestation cycle, the 9 months of carrying a baby, that requires a lot of patience too. So that's what I mean. Have patience, draw your energy from the Kungwa so that you can create long-term success for yourself. This is a great month to create breakthroughs, no matter where your destiny palace is. So moving forward, if your destiny palace is in the West sector, you're looking at the energy of surging snake, the woo earth, the heavenly pillar, and the fear door. So the recommendation here is retreat. Don't go forward. And I'm not saying go backwards. Retreat sometimes mean if you're fighting a war, just say, okay, we are retreating. We're going to go back to the camp. We're going to energize. We're going to rest. We're going to recover and then go back and fight again. Remember back in the days when they were fighting the medieval wars, they would fight on the battleground, and then at sunset, they would all go back to the camps, and then they would energize, recover, and then the next day at the sunrise, they're back at the battlefield. That's the kind of the energy right here that you can feel. It is good. This sector is good for covert affairs, undercover work. Like if you have a private investigation kind of an agency, it's good for that. Spiritual activities, competitive speech. So if you are going to make a pitch or you're going to bid for a contract in your business, and you can use the power of your speech, your throat chakra, your mouth, with confidence, and you can keep the confidential secrets undercover. This is a good energy and a good sector to tap into. Goodwill and morality are very important for Fyodor. It is also suitable for sales, influencing, leading, intimidating, using the tactics of fear. But I would avoid any kind of lawsuits or any kind of litigation matter for this month because it's a very, very volatile month. I would avoid that. You shouldn't go in that direction. Well, the happiness aspect of this sector comes from good teamwork efforts, paying respects to others. I always feel happiness is inside you, but joy is created externally. So there's a yin and a yang aspect of happiness and joy. If happiness is inside you, you need to tap into that spark. You need to take an unconventional approach to stepping backwards and viewing the situation from fresh perspective. And maybe then you will be able to see the joy that can be created in the environment through gentle means. But you also have to have a very solid sense of self-esteem and confidence. Take time to look inside. It's very important. With Surging Snake, you can actually seek things internally and externally. And it's important to have the fresh perspective. And if you don't know how to see, ask Surging Snake to give you that wisdom. The unconventional things, ask Surging Snake to show you what you are not able to see, what is hidden. It's very important. And also for manifestation work, you can use your back towards west, or you can actually go to the west sector of your house. And I know, William, you mentioned you wanted to share something here for the west.
Exactly. See, snakes is very powerful in period 9. It's one of the best deity in period 9. And snakes, one is the superpower. The superpower for snake, one of them is environment, able to sense environment. And this Wu Earth, as a Wu Earth means is a finance minister. So that's to say that this person can, if you want to do property investment, you want to find a property, use the snake, back face the snake, then because this is about snakes, things using power to search for things that you want. So I think it's very good.
William, we are losing your connection again, but I will reiterate what William is trying to say. William is mentioning the power of Surging Snake in period 9. And if you have not attended period 9 masterclass, we now have that as an online course. And William talks about which deities are extremely powerful and in alignment and timely for period 9. So in the month of October, he's reiterating that Surging Snake is very powerful because Surging Snake has the superpower of sensing and changing the environment and finding things for you. And Wu Earth is the finance minister. It's all about cash. It's all about money. So, and then Pillar is about speech. And Fyodor gives you a different added layer of action steps in here. And then the Marsh hexagram talks about joy and happiness, but it's all inward. So if you want to tap into the West sector in the month of October and create your success, or strategize and do strategic execution for your life, business, finances, health, then this is a good sector, even if you don't have your destiny palace in the West. But if you do, that's a super layer that you create by taking an unconventional approach and stepping backwards and viewing the situation with new perspectives. So moving forward, I'm going to talk about that. Where can you find us? You can find us on Telegram. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on gagansarkaria.com. And here is a QR code. I highly invite and encourage you guys to come join us in Abundance Manifestation Telegram channel, where we actually do daily sharings. And it is also a way for you to ask questions, interact with us, or let us know how and we can serve you guys. If you have any questions, that's a great. I also want to invite you to Abundance Manifestation Academy, which is free access to you. You can go to www.abundancemanifestationacademy.com. It is all one word, and you can join us. There is a 21-day abundance challenge in there. You can look at other things, but I want to give you the QR code for Period 9 Wealth and Abundance course as well, that as you're going through the strategic planning of the month of October 2024 using Qi Men Dun Jia, you might want to take a next step deeper into figuring out how can you create success in period 9 for wealth and abundance using Qi Men. So if that's your desire, I encourage you to come join us. But I hope you were able to find value in this session, and you will share your feedback with us as to how you liked it. How did you use the month energy from Qi Men perspective? So with further ado, thank you so much for joining me and William here, and have a great day, a great month ahead, and we will see you in our next session. Thank you.